Hello.
Hey, Danny, what's going on, man?
What is happening?
This is Charlie. How you doing?
Good, Charlie. How are you?
Good. I got some stories for you.
Okay.
A few involving a car, one involving a plane.
Okay.
So, 6 years ago, I was driving. I had dropped my brother-in-law off at his parents' house. It was 5:30 in the morning, and I was going to work. And I was driving down the road, and we had those flashing red lights, where you're supposed to stop.
Yep.
I had the flashing yellow, so I went through. But the lady drove through the flashing red, driving a van, big van, T-boned me. The car spun around. All the airbags went off, hit me in the neck. So I was like, that I broke my neck right off the bat.
You thought you had broken your neck?
Well, at first, yeah. I mean,
Okay.
it was a pretty bad shock to the neck. I thought
Yeah.
I broke my. And then I just got out of the car, walked around, and I called 911 and everything, and I realized that if I was walking around and everything, I was all right. And my
Can't you
neck
be in
was
shock though?
I could have been in shock, yeah, but I went to the hospital afterwards and got all the tests and everything, and all I had was really mild whiplash, but it was pretty lucky. And
Okay.
actually, everybody that saw the pictures of the crash said that it was like, I mean, they couldn't believe that it wasn't worse, because when the airbags go off, it was obviously hit. My car was totaled.
Yeah. What
Crazy.
happens
Turned
with
out-
that kind of thing too? Do you did you sue her?
No, I didn't sue her. I did get an attorney, but we wound up just settling for out of court. I just basically got, the minimal. I didn't really want to go through all that stuff.
Sure.
I don't really sue somebody unless I absolutely have to, and I really wasn't hurt bad.
Yeah, yeah.
So I figure you can replace automobiles and everything, but I mean, yeah, I just don't even want to go through any of that if I don't have to.
Yeah, totally, totally. I mean, America's just that's the one thing where since I moved here and people are, I remember I was walking somewhere in Williamsburg in Brooklyn and tile on the street popped up and I can't remember kind of my foot got stuck and they're like, you should sue the city. I'm like, is that just every solution? It's just always just
Well,
lawsuits?
I think litigation has kind of ruined everything, because everybody's just afraid of being sued for everything now. So
Yeah, and everybody sues for everything.
oh yeah. Well, I mean, I think lawyers are to blame too, sort of, because the lawyer will take any kind of a case. You can find a lawyer to take anything pretty much.
That's a good point. Yeah. All right. So what was there's another car?
So
one?
I got another Toyota Corolla, a different color, but it was another Toyota Corolla, and last couple of years I started driving for DoorDash and Uber.
Okay.
And this past year, 2022, I got in two accidents. The first accident, I was delivering food for DoorDash, and the guy was behind me. And when I was making the left into the place I was delivering to, he spun out of the other lane and tried to pass me while I was making the left, and then sideswiped me. So that didn't do much. There was barely anything there that happened. I mean, I got some damage, but nothing crazy happened. But
Yeah.
then the girl almost was ready to kill me because I was 2 hours late with her food. That was
That was the near death experience. Was the person who was waiting for her food?
But the worst one was this past October. I got hit by a drunk driver,
Oh shit!
and in the same car that I just got back after it was fixed. And
Car's fucking cursed.
I had just got it back maybe 2 weeks, and then I was sitting at a red light, and then this crazy lady, she was 65 years old, 1:45 in the afternoon, drunk, and she crashed into the back of my car 45 miles an hour and pushed me through the light into the middle of the intersection. I had to get out of the car, run out of the intersection because I was scared of getting hit by another car.
Damn, that's one of the scariest things too, because you're like that. You can't even be defensive about that.
No, I know.
When you getting rammed from behind, there's really nothing you could have done there.
Well, I saw her racing towards me, but in the
I
past,
guess, yeah. I guess if you're
always
looking at
stop.
the mirror.
and I figured she would slam on the brakes and stop at the last minute like
Yeah.
everybody else. He didn't do it. And then, of course, when the cop got there, he told me there was nothing I could have done. He's just like, there's just nothing you could have done.
Yeah, I mean, you would have had to really been. I guess if you would have to been so on the ball to just be looking in your rearview mirror and then just be like, oh,
yeah.
she's moving too
Or
fast.
get
I
out
should
of
get out
drive
of
out
the
of
way
the way,
here.
which, why would you even do that? It's
Yeah,
like-
exactly. You're like that. Like 99 times out of 100, that person does stop, and you're just like look like a fucking idiot.
And I didn't sue her either, but she was drunk. She was crazy too. She like cussed out all the EMTs and the firemen. They're like, "Can we help you?" She's like, "Get the fuck out of my face!" Like she was like cussing them all out and everything.
Crazy.
And she got a DUI. She was crazy though. But I'm starting to believe that I don't think that God wants me to drive a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah, you should be driving an American car.
Well, I have a Toyota Tacoma now. So
well, it's a little bigger. At least that's...
But it's still the same. You know.
What's that?
It's still the same. It's still a Toyota, but at least it's a bigger truck.
Yeah, at least it's a bigger truck instead of a Corolla. I feel like it'll probably withstand some damage more. But you're a Toyota loyalist.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, they I should do a commercial for them, but I mean, they really do. I mean, they last a long time. You know.
I know. I used to have a Honda. The Japanese cars are good. I mean, the guy at the beginning of the show who got in the crazy accident where he got thrown out of the Nissan. Seems like he just cannot die in a Japanese car.
Yeah, I'm starting to think like when he mentioned. What's the name of those movies? Final Destination. Like,
yeah.
I think like that was kind of like what was going on there because it was like 3 times in like the span of 6 years. The other one I was talking about was when I was 16. I went to an Outward Bound course in Portland, Maine.
Okay.
When I was on my way back from the course.
What's Outward Bound exactly?
Outward Bound. It's like you go like rock climbing, mountain climbing, sailing, all that stuff.
Okay, just like an adventure kind of.
Yeah. I went for like 2. It was pretty fun. It was a fun thing, and it was like maybe 3 years before 9/11 or whatever. But when I was flying back to Orlando, this lady, I remember being on the flight, and I was talking to somebody next to me, and this lady was like just being really belligerent and crazy, like in towards the front of the plane, and I couldn't hear anything that she was talking about. I couldn't hear anything really that she was saying, but she was giving the flight attendants like a hard time, and she almost got like physical with a couple of them, and the flight was bad. The whole flight back was bad. There was tons of turbulence. You know, there was real bad weather and everything. And then when we finally landed, the guy I was talking to, like when we got off the plane, like said that she told one of the flight attendants that she had a bomb.
What?
Yeah, and she got arrested. Like as soon as we landed, she got arrested.
I hope so, but she obviously did not have a bomb.
No, she was out of her mind.
She was just having some sort of mental episode.
Yeah. She could have been drunk or something. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, not that she could have done anything, but that was kind of scary. If I had known that she said that while I was in the air, I probably would have freaked the hell out.
I would have gone full passenger. Was it passenger 57?
50, so yeah, Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes. I would have fucking kicked that bitch off the plane.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
All right, take care. Bye.